Hey everybody, thanks for checking in despite the long absence of mine. Um, Let me start with two remarks. First of all, I eventually realized and had to admit to myself that the nature of my disease and the nature of my treatment doesn't allow me to make any kind of um, regular a regular schedule for postings. This was the lesson I was taught over the last couple of weeks, and the dramatic events which happened there over the last weeks. So I will keep posting, but I'm not I'm not promising any, or I can't promise actually any regular schedule anymore, because that's just getting to start ridiculous. I mean, I always said this is a kind of a um, you know um, thing in progress. So that's what the situation is now, and I apologize for the confusion, but yeah, that's how it is, and I will keep. I will keep posting randomly. I try to do this still on Tuesdays, but I can't do promises anymore at the moment. You will learn in a second why, and how how the entire situation is not allowing any kind of a. So I'm allowing myself to not to put myself under this pressure. This is also a bit of a part of the whole thing. Secondly, you see me wearing a hat. So eventually the chemotherapy started to have its effects on my hair. So I still have hair. So there is still like like hair. But it starts to remarkably to noticeably thin, and to to um, yeah, it's actually not a situation where I'm tempted to really shave my head already, but the my, so to speak, iconic hairdo is not an option for a while anymore. So, and this is the situation where I feel better with it. So where I decided to, from now on, to most of the time, to wear a hat. So that's the reason why I am wearing this very age and inappropriate kind of hat in the future. um, the last couple of weeks have been by far, the most challenging time in my entire life. I can say this without any hesitation. Um, there were like uh, dramatic turns of events happening, and I had to make decisions. I hoped I haven't to. I won't have make. I don't have to make at this point of my journey, or yet. And I was presented even with one situation where I didn't have even the chance to make a decision. This was like a non-alternative situation. You learn about this in a second. Um, I was like crying a lot. There was a lot of tears, and pain, and it was really a hard time. I will split this update actually in two parts, referring to my two tumors I'm dealing with: the original primary one in my colon and my rectum, and the other one in my liver, because they are developing both very dramatically, but both in very different kind of directions. And it's a little bit confusing to mix this up, but it all happened in the last couple of weeks. So I will do this a little bit chronologically. On the 8th of October, I had my third chemo. And at this date, I was presented with some really devastating news about my liver metastasis, which I will again talk about next time when I'm do my next post. This these in the news and new informations and were like consuming me emotionally, obviously for the next couple of days during doing this chemo cycle. The moment when I kind of had processed this in a way. Around the 10th, 11th of October, I started to experience really inhumanly painful cramps in my pelvis region. I was literally like crumbling up in my bed, screaming for hours against the walls, so at some point, at the 13th of October, I was able to drag myself to my beloved St. Joseph Hospital, and all my doctors were immediately available. They were immediately gathering around my bed, and they shuffled me into kind of different kind of checks, like CT and some sonography and stuff. And long story short, at some point. They gathered around my bed and presented me with the following situation. It's actually a kind of and both an ironic and a very dramatic thing. So the combination of the initial radiotherapy and the chemotherapy had indeed completely destroyed my colon cancer, my colon tumor. The bad news was that because the tumor was has infiltrated the rectum wall already that much, the treatment has some kind of has caused some overreaction. So this by destroying the tumor, it also destroyed kind of 4 centimeters of the colon of the rectum wall. And the situation was the following, that they said there is a really danger, that this kind of, like necrotic part of my rectum collapses in the next couple of hours or days, and then we have a non-controllable situation of a sepsis in the entire pelvis region. So I was presented with the situation that they told me that we need to cut off the rectum to give it time to heal and to restore itself immediately, and that means that we need to today, actually in the next few hours, to do an emergency operation and give you a so-called stoma, an artificial outlet of the colon, something I never wanted to have. So this was one of those like really critical things for me. But the difficult situation, for me, the terrible situation was that I didn't have even a chance to decide, because it was literally either you do this, or there is a good chance that you die during the next couple of days because of really heavy complications. But I was like crying the whole time. So I didn't even have time to talk to friends or to reflect about it. So I was still under incredible pain. And so they shuffled me into the same night. Actually, they didn't even wait till the next day. And the same night into the operation area, and I was still crying. I was still crying when they put me to sleep. Well, and then I woke up afterwards. It's kind of I didn't know this actually. It's kind of a really heavy operation. So I woke up and afterwards and slept a little bit and yeah, then I realized, okay, that is what was happening. And then I woke up and I realized I have this thing now. Um, and then something really incredible happened, which I experienced before, but not in this intensity. This incredible inner force I didn't even have to ignite or activate inside of me, kicked in and got me, like um, made me to get up. So I was like the same as a couple of hours after the operation. I was like getting myself up, trying to stand, trying to so I had unfortunately they gave me without even asking they gave me a single room. What they do since a while anyway, which I find also adorable. So so I got myself up, started to walk around. So and at the same day I had actually an appointment with the physiotherapist, and he was like coming to this appointment, and actually as he told me later he was like expecting to do what he usually does at the first day after this operation, to help the patient up, to sit in the bed, and maybe the next day to help him to get out of the bed and have a stand. So and I literally walked towards him. So his jaw dropped, literally, I'm not kidding, his jaw dropped, and he was like telling me, what the fuck, I have never seen anything like this before. So long story short, it's actually so I'm actually was I'm very surprised by myself, and very proud, and kind of like really yeah stunned by the absolutely stoical and technical and unemotional way I handling this situation. So the bottom line is that I was like, normally this kind of operation requires an hospitalization of up to 3 or 4 weeks, and I was ready to be released after 7 days. So after 7 days I was at home again. And yes, here I am. The last 2 days, I got my fourth chemo already. So we are like the chemo, which is now obviously heading towards the liver the tumor, because the colon cancer tumor is not existing anymore. This is a very weird situation, actually. So this is a temporary stoma, a temporary artificial outlet, which will be put back when the rectum has restored itself, so that we can so then it will be put back in its normal position. But this will take some months from now, so I have to deal with this situation for the next couple of months, and I have to also to deal with the really like kind of unpleasant development about my liver metastasis, which I will inform you about next time. I hope this was not too this was not too confusing, this post. So I didn't script this. I just was like I just put put the camera on and started to talk. So I apologize for a lot of ams or ers of stuff. Let's see. Yes, I guess that's it for me today. I hope you all are well, happy, and healthy. And as usual, I send out my respect and my love to all of you.